Sirro, Afar President, Afar President Ethiopia, ada aluku, komoditi ini, kata
lagi maha, tu sih kata dia kata Allah ni kesikidel temeti. Maka sinna mau di lulu, sini biasa di lulu, sini President lulu, kan President asalkan kali lagi mas Ismail, dan waktu kita Afar baru nabak kaya, Afar itu kadat yang marai, Farata atau waktu marahina istimar wa'adimitiya na. Frontier du maka Afar itu sudah, pada baru teraya, inka petiabana, inti diuntuni nafsunya. Asa aku lalu tu karena rufri hajahai, lalu duduna mara kena hati hijau. Inna diaspora Afar baru dikaruna dan farmulu. Kini kerata mata, maya binaya usul farala kena hatahina. Afar raga kaya darah, Afar raga mulut hijau. Magdum di semak kinaya. Amaranin al hatlu kini dia dalam kini budusno yang mata walalai budar lakin hatta innahai magdum ya bah yang disuruh dalamnya ala aluku ahara akminah ilma Ismail gift Ismail suruhku dan dengan ini assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
are both very committed to helping the Afar people for the humanitarian work that we're doing. I want to welcome President Ismail back to Ottawa. It's his 4th trip to visit Canada and to visit us here in Ottawa. And without the support and the encouragement and the understanding from President Ismail and all his cabinet, so I want to thank you. And the final comment I want to make really is a message of unity. We can only do this humanitarian work if we're united for a common cause. And we all have different abilities, we all have different experiences and time and expertise and financial means. I don't think that's the measure of our success. The measure of our success is how united we in this room are. And that to me is in complete evidence every year when we do our gala. It was just 2 months ago. In April we had 250 people there, all united, all celebrating, all donating, all wanting to do every little bit that they can to make this humanitarian organization successful as a vehicle only to better the lives of the Afar people in healthcare, in education, in relief, in capacity building. And we're doing it. We're actually, the pledge that we made 8 years ago and the mission statement that we drafted out, which is on our website, we're actually there. We've got a track record now, and we've saved lives, and we've educated children, and we've eliminated cholera in one village, and we've made the Afar people known to the world through the advocacy that we are doing, through our website, and there's going to be a lot more of this. And the Afar, we only get it, we only understand it because of you. And I want to thank you for the opportunity that you've given us to better our lives through this message of unity. Thank you.
I also want to thank you for inviting me and my daughter Ariel to this gathering. We're very happy to be here and to share with you some information that we bring to you about the work that we have been doing. And I want to also extend a welcome, because our gathering is not just taking place in this room, but it's being podcast to the Afar Diaspora around the world. So I want to send a special welcome to our Afar friends in the various communities, in the various countries where they are found. And I want to bring a message to them, which I'll develop. The work that we have been doing is in basically 3 areas. We have set out to bring the Afar case to the attention of the world community. We are working in constitution building to find an appropriate constitutional solution for oppressed Afar communities inside of Eritrea. And we are engaged in crisis management. I'll just tell you a bit about each of these 3 facets of our work. The Afar case is a case of dispossession, murder of the leadership, ethnic cleansing, destruction of the Afar economy inside of the traditional Afar areas in Dankalia on the southern Eritrean coastline. This is the Afar case. And this is a case that since 2010, we have documented through witness reports, through analysis of statistical information found in various governmental agencies, and in other means. And we assembled this case into extensive briefs of evidence and law, and filed this case with various agencies of the United Nations. In response to the cases that we filed, and in response to cases others have filed, the United Nations appointed a special rapporteur to report on the conditions inside of Eritrea of the Afar community. And it issued 2 reports at a high level that basically documented and validated the Afar case. Those reports were given to the United Nations Human Rights Council, which approved the reports unanimously by the various countries of the world that sit on that council, by the world community. And recently, the United Nations appointed a commission to investigate further the violation of human rights inside of Eritrea. Because of the track record that we had established in our credibility, the Commission came to us and asked for our assistance, and we provided that assistance. We provided the Human Rights Commission with perspectives, with methods, with witnesses, and through our partners, with logistical support on the ground. We brought witnesses to them, we arranged interview rooms, we provided vehicles. We did whatever was necessary to make sure that the case was fully documented. The Commission has its own resources. We reported on mass murders, mass graves inside of Eritrea. The Commission has its own resources. It did flyovers, and with satellite imagery validated what we had said. We were reported on the murder of 20 Afar men who were fleeing Eritrea for safety in Yemen, who were fired upon and murdered by the Eritrean Navy. The Commission investigated and validated this. We told through documents and statistical analyses of the ethnic cleansing of the Afar community inside of traditional homelands in Nankali. The Commission validated these reports. And this is last week that this report was published, and it will now go to the Human Rights Council. The Commission did more. It said not just is there a violation of the human rights of the Afar and other minorities inside of Eritrea, it said that the actions of the Eritrean authorities, the president and his immediate collaborators, were probably guilty of crimes against humanity. And the significance of this is that these people cannot rest safe wherever they travel in the world. They could be subject to arrest. This situation has got to come to a stop. So this is basically on that front what we have done, what we have been doing, and what we have done. Now, secondly, the situation inside of Eritrea is a situation without law, without rule, without order. And so we have been trying to craft what the appropriate solutions could be for the Afar community inside that state, constitution building. We have worked at this by assembling 2 international conferences in which we brought the leaders of Afar intelligentsia, constitution makers, and issue by issue, land reform, traditional rights, women's rights, animal husbandry. We've basically gone issue by issue through this to try to assemble what a post-authoritarian Eritrea could look like. And we've assembled a consensus on this. And we have also tried to partner the Afar with other Eritrean nationalities to get support for this, because the reality is the situation inside Eritrea is fluid. We don't know what will happen. We know something will happen. And we have to be prepared for whatever does happen. And this is my message to the Afar Diaspora. 20% of Eritrea lives outside the country. When something happens, as something will happen, the diaspora is likely to be critically important in the dialogue that takes place to form whatever new governmental arrangements are formed there. The diaspora has to be ready. It has to be engaged. It has to be informed. And so I ask you to be ready, to be engaged, to be informed here in Ottawa and around the world. The last point has to do with crisis management. We have assembled a network of expertise, much of it in this room, and we are prepared to intervene when and where necessary. If refugees need our help on an urgent basis, we will be there. If people need our help on an individual basis, we will be there. We will do our best with the resources and your help that we can muster. Basically, my message is we will keep working at it. We hope you will keep your faith with the Afar spirit, because now, more than ever, it needs your help, it needs your support. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Joe and Warren, for that really touching and empowering talk. Well, I will now direct His Excellency to speak in Afar. Mr. Ismail Ali Sirro will now address the Afar community here and in diaspora in Afar. Sir Ismail.